So good morning, one and all present here. My name is Amit Kumar Singh, and welcome to the yet another session on risk analysis on capital budgeting. So this topic, risk analysis on capital budgeting, altogether is very important topic when we are studying the subject called risk management and derivatives in finance. Because if you understand the Bangalore City question paper, if you see the last, like I have last 4 year question paper, you observe the question paper pack, like just for an example, I'm taking 2018 paper. So just for an example, 2018 paper. So you can see question number one, question number four, so 10 marks. So then question number one, four, 10 marks till now. So that come from this chapter, 10 marks. Then you again see 10 marks, 20 marks. Then again you see 20 marks. So 20 plus 20, 40 marks, 40 marks, and then case study again that. So around 40 plus 15, 55 marks is coming from this chapter only. So you can understand how Bangalore City is impartial, that when you are studying the subject called risk management and derivative, out of 70 marks question, just now I show you 55 marks is coming from this chapter only, called risk analysis of capital budgeting. So from one chapter only, you can expect 70 to 80% of questions are coming. So if you study one chapter only, your work is done. So you don't have to study more than that. Other things you can study. So I'm not saying don't study derivatives, but one chapter is there called risk analysis of capital budgeting. Majority of portions of the question which comes in exam are coming from this chapter only. This is about 2018. Okay, around 55 marks I counted. If if I see 2019, so this 15 marks. Okay, case study is 15 marks. Then you can see this is 15 marks, and then you can see this is 10 marks, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 30, 35, 40. So 40 marks here. So in worst case also, in exam, minimum 55 to 60% of your portion for your exam is simply coming from one chapter, and that is risk analysis of capital budgeting. So whatever I'm doing for you till now, all my previous classes and including this class and further classes also, whatever I'll do, you can understand why I'm stressing so much on this chapter called risk analysis of capital budgeting, because majority of your portion of your exam is coming from this chapter only. I hope you are getting the logic very clear. Okay, so you know the now you got to know the importance of this chapter. Already the theory material of this chapter already I forwarded in the group. So I believe you have started observing and start studying from that. Fine. So going further, we did this case study and all last class. Mhm. So hmm, okay, should we do this case study first or this question number four first? Okay, we'll do that later on. Question number four later on. This 10th question, I told you to solve it, but nobody has sent me the answer. But I believe everyone is clear about how to solve these kind of questions. So if they're asking you to find the expected return, so your expected return, you know the formula for expected return. So here the cash flows are given. What is the expected value for the cash flow? That for that you will multiply the cash flow with probability, and you will take the sum of that. So I believe you still remember. So that formula you have to use for the expected value. So here if I'm asking you the expected value, so the formula for that would be sum of pi into whatever the cash flow I. So you multiply them, by that you will get the expected value. So this is your expected value, this is your expected value, And if you want to calculate the standard deviation, so your formula for that would be summation of pi into whatever the CFI, whatever was given, CFI minus your expected value in whole square. So that will give you the standard deviation. Anyone have any doubt with that? Any doubt? So you are understanding, right? So so now I believe everyone can do this problem. In case if you have problem how to do that, let me know. We'll discuss that also. It not a problem. I'll discuss this again. Okay. Now today class will start discussing this case study, which came in 2018, 2019 case study already I solved in last class. In today class I'll discuss the 2018 case study. So you can read this case study. There's a sport good manufacturer which in conjugation with software house is considering the launch of a new sporting stimulator based on the video tapes linked to a personal computer in enabling much greater realism to be achieved. Two proposals are being considered. Both use the same production facilities and these are limited. Only the product can be launched. The following data are the best estimate of the firm that able to obtain. So this data is given to you. Okay, so basically they're talking about the two types of brand. One is football simulator. The other one is cricketer simulator. They've given you the annual volume, selling price, variable production cost, fixed production cost, fixed selling and administrative cost. Then they have mentioned that the higher selling and cost for the cricket stimulator reflect the additional advertising and promotional cost expected to be necessary to sell the more expensive cricket system. The firm has a minimum target of 2 lakh rupees profit per year for the new the new product. The management recognizes the uncertainty in the above estimate and wishes to explore the sensitivity of the profit on each product to change the value of the variable volume price, variable cost per unit and fixed cost. So you are required to calculate the expected profit from each product and then you have to calculate the critical value for each variable. Okay, the value at which the firm earns 2 lakh rupees profit, assuming that all other variables are expected, express them as absolute value and as a percentage change from the expected value. Okay, so this much information is given to you about two brand. One is football simulator, other one is cricket simulator, and what you have to do, you have to find the profit for the company. You have to find the profit for the company. If you observe, they have not given here the tax part, neither they given us the interest part. So neither they're talking about depreciation. So because you can easily understand whenever you are calculating profit, so they are assuming the depreciation to be zero. So that part will not become much significant for us. At the same time, they're not given us the tax rate, so we will not consider it. So we assume that the operating profit EBIT is equal to PAT, profit after tax, because whatever the information they have given, we can only work on those information. So this case study came in 2007, 2018. Now what you do, just calculate the profit for both the company, football simulator and cricket simulator, everyone. Try to calculate the profit for each, both the company. Do simple calculation. First, find the revenue by multiplying the annual volume with selling price. Then you subtract it with the variable cost. Then subtract with your fixed production cost and selling and administrative cost. You will get the operating profit for both the company. Do it, everyone. I'm giving you 2-3 minutes time. Everyone, do it in your notebook first. I want you to do before me. I just want to observe that are you people are able to understand or not how to solve these kind of problems. Everyone, please do this problem. Calculate the operating profit for both these products. Anyone, any doubt? How will you solve this question? Anyone have any doubt about the steps? What steps you have to follow to get the answer? Everyone is understanding, right? What I'm doing. So what I can do? Okay, I have missed one paragraph. After selling price and variable cost, I could have written contribution. The contribution is selling price minus variable cost. That is called as contribution. 1 minute. I missed that. 1 minute. That is the way we. That's the reason why we can use Excel. Excel, we don't have to do the same work again. We just need to cut, copy, paste. So the contribution. So here you can see football. That is per unit. That is given 130 rupees per unit, and this is 80 rupees per unit. So I can say contribution per unit. So that would be 50 per unit. That I can say as a contribution per unit. That would be 50. And similarly for cricket, that is 200 per unit, and this is 100 per unit. Here we'll get the 100 per unit as the contribution per unit. Then I can find the total contribution. You can do directly, you can subtract total revenue minus the total variable cost. That also you can do, or you can find the contribution per unit also. Here this is given as 40,000, and here this is given as 30,000. Right. So, so the contribution would be the total contribution. This is contribution per unit. This is contribution total. So that is nothing but that is 40,000 into 50. So 40,000 into 50. So that would already how many zero? Four, five, five zeros there. Then on two you can put 50. So on two you can put five zeros. So that would be 2 lakh. So this is how much? 50? No, 60. This would be 20 lakh. So the total contribution would be 20 lakh. So then 40, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 20. Okay, so this would be 30. How many zero? This is 4 and then 2 0, 6 0. So this would be 30 lakh. Clear, right? Ranjit is asking, sir, do we have pro forma for this calculation? Ranjit, this is something I believe you are doing from second semester. Same pro forma statement. So that you should know that you are doing. So selling price per unit, then this is given. So you multiply selling price per unit with sales, you get revenue. That is the pro forma. The revenue is selling price per unit into sales. Then what you do, you then it is given. So this is then it is given variable cost per unit. You multiply variable cost per unit. You multiply variable cost per unit with the number of unit manufactured. So, but here we assume that the number unit what you're manufacturing and the number unit what you're selling both are same. Otherwise, the total variable cost is actually the number of unit what you're manufacturing. But normally in exam they don't give different values for that. They give you same value. So the total variable cost is the variable cost per unit into sales. So you get the total variable cost. Once you subtract total variable cost from revenue, that is called contribution. So contribution is revenue minus total variable cost. You get the contribution. This is called as contribution. This all is there in second semester financial management. Once you get the contribution, you subtract the fixed cost from it. Subtract the fixed cost from it. Fixed cost certain time include depreciation, certain time it doesn't include depreciation. So you need to see depreciation is included or not. Then use after fixed cost, you subtract depreciation. So depreciation is either calculated by straight line method or WDV method or single discounting, double discounting method. Once you subtract all this, this is called as EBIT, earning before interest and tax, or this is also called as operating. So once you get the operating profit, this is also called operating profit or EBIT. Then you subtract interest. Then you subtract tax. After EBIT, if you subtract, that is called EBT, earning before tax. Okay, the other name of this is also called as EBITDA. So earning before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. Then you subtract tax. So then you subtract tax. Then what you get is called PAT, profit after tax, or you can say EAT, earning after tax. Then on this you add depreciation. On this you add depreciation. This is called as cash flow. Cash flow after operation. Cash flow after operation. Certain time we add cash flow, certain time we add depreciation, many time working capital is also given. So a day before yesterday class, like third class, so there the numerical what I was doing there, along with depreciation, change in working capital is also given, so that you subtract from that, depends on what is given. So this is called cash flow from operation. Once you get this cash flow from operation for every year, then you determine your NPV or anything. So for this what you do, if this is CFI, so whatever the cash flow from operation, you determine the present value of this cash flow from operation. Okay, and that you subtract from your initial investment, that you get as the NPV. This is all there in second semester. So please read your second semester books on finance. So that is very important. If you don't know all this thing, means there's a problem. Uh, I don't know how many of you have filled the RBI exam form. The RBI exam form is coming. Everyone, I believe everyone knows what is RBI. For a finance student, for a finance student, I don't have to explain what is RBI. So the RBI Grade B exam form is coming. Everyone fill the exam form for RBI. You need a preparation for that. I'll take classes for you. So I'll help you with the preparation for RBI. So all of you, like, so free of cost, I'll teach you for the RBI exam preparation. So for the first level, I'll teach you all. So only thing you have to fill the exam form of RBI. Your exam will happen in November. So don't miss these opportunities. When I was at your age, so I was not aware about all these things. No one had told us also. So I'm telling you, use this opportunity, fill the exam form of RBI. Before that, also IBPS form has came. What other government exam forms are coming? Make sure you fill those exam forms, and I'll help you with your preparation. So there, the in 2 hours you need to solve 200 questions. The pattern 30 marks, 30 question will come of quant, 60 questions will come of reasoning, 30 questions will come of English, and 80 questions will come of GK. Okay, so that is level one. If you clear the paper one, then paper two will happen. In paper two, finance, economics questions will come. But that is the next thing. But before that, at least we need to clear the paper one. So paper one and paper two, all I'll help you with your preparation. Fill the exam form. Fine. So this is the way. So this is annual volume, selling price, variable cost, contribution. So you got the contribution total. Now with what I'll do. So I hope you are understanding the steps. Now then it is given. Now the fixed costs are given. So you know that cost can be of two form. It can be fixed or it can be variable. So variable cost I deducted. Then the fixed cost is remaining. So those are given as a fixed production cost and fixed selling and administrative cost. So fixed production cost. So the one is fixed production cost, fixed production cost, fixed production cost, fixed production cost. Then fixed production cost is given to you 6 lakh and 6 lakh. Fixed production cost is given to you 6 lakh. and 6 lakhs. So that is a fixed production cost. Then what I'll do, so if I contribution minus fixed production cost, if I do contribution minus fixed production cost, if I'll do, so I'll get, this is 20 minus 6, that is 14 lakh. That is 14 lakh. This is 30 minus 6, that is 24 lakh. Hmm. Then after that, what is given? Sorry. After that, it is given as just fixed selling and administrative cost. 4.5, 13.5 fixed selling and administrative cost. Fixed selling and administrative cost. Then it is given as, guys, switch off your, Shilpa, your webcam is on. Shilpa, switch off your webcam, Shilpa. So fixed selling and administrative cost, fixed selling and administrative cost, fixed selling and administrative cost. So that is given to you, fixed selling and administrative cost, that is given to you. This is 4.5, 13.5. This is 4.5 lakh and this is 13.5 lakh. You can subtract this. Ultimately, what you get now, what you get is called as operating profit. Ultimately, what you get is called as operating profit. So our operating profit is 14 minus 4.5, that is 9.5 lakh. The operating profit is 9.5 lakh and 24 minus 13.5. So that would be 10.5 lakh. So you got the operating profit of both the company. This is what they ask us to determine for the first step. See this, anyone? I believe this is visible for everyone. Everyone see this? The operating profit is required for both football simulator and cricket simulator. So determine the operating profit for both. Everyone do this. Find the operating profit. Done, everyone? That was the first thing what they wanted us to calculate. Find the operating profit for both the company. This football simulator and cricket simulator, they wanted us to determine the operating profit. Anyone, any doubt? Can I go ahead? Everyone is understanding? Can I go ahead? So I believe you have done this. No one have any doubt. Okay, I believe everyone is done till here. No one have any doubt. Now they ask you to calculate the expected profit from each product. Okay, then see, you can see that that is given in the problem that the firm has the minimum target of 2 lakh rupees profit per year. Okay, the firm has the minimum target of 2 lakh rupees profit per year for the new product. Okay, and so you can see they have a target of 2 lakh rupees profit, but you can see the profit of football simulator is 9.5 lakh, and the profit for the cricket simulator is 10.5 lakh, that you can see. Okay, so now then you can what they are asking us. So they first ask us to calculate the expected profit from each product. So we did that. Then after that they're asking us to calculate the critical value for each variable. Okay, the value at which the firm earns 2 lakh rupees, assuming that all other variables are expected. So what they're actually asking us, I hope how many of you are understanding or not, what they are actually asking us, that you know that the firm has the minimum profit target of 2 lakh rupees profit. The firm want minimum or at least 2 lakh rupees profit. So what they're asking us, that you change this value, like what values they're asking us to change. So you change volume, you change selling price, you change variable cost, you change fixed cost. Okay, you change all this and see at what value of them you are getting 2 lakh rupees as the profit. Okay, and rest other variable, no, whatever the rest other variables are there, make sure that they should be, make sure you write them as a percentage. They should be in same ratio. Okay, they should be in same ratio with respect to the revenue. Normally, whenever we do like this, so we follow this kind of method called percentage of sales method. Okay, so the firm want a minimum target of 2 lakh rupees profit per year. Okay, so what they're asking us to change all variable. So all variable like volume, price, fixed cost, everything. They want us to change everything and see like at what minimum value you get 2 lakh rupees profit. So if you are understanding what I mean that like here, like same thing. So what I'll do the same calculation again. I'll do the same calculation again. Now I'll do on volume. Now I'll do the same calculation again, but I'll do on volume where I want profit to be 2 lakh rupees. I want the profit to be 2 lakh rupees. Okay. They want a minimum profit of 2 lakh rupees. So if I talk about football simulator, if I talk about football simulator, if I talk about football simulator, and I want a minimum profit of 2 lakh rupees. So what should be the volume? What should be the volume? Suppose the volume is X. At what volume I should get a minimum profit of 2 lakh rupees. So let the volume is X. Okay, your selling price is 130 per unit. Let it rest other variable, keep it like that. Variable cost is 80 per unit. So the contribution per unit would be 50. So the total contribution would be 50x. Okay, fixed production cost is 6 lakh. Okay, that is 6 lakh given, and then contribution minus fixed cost, production cost would be 50x minus 6 lakh. Okay, so you know that all data are in lakh. Okay, keep that in your mind. All data are in lakh. Okay, then this is 4.5 lakh. So this is 4.5 lakh. So this is 4.5 lakh. So this if you subtract that again, so it becomes 50x minus this become 50x minus 6 minus 4.5, that becomes 10.5 lakh. Okay, so 10.5 lakh. Okay, so you understood, that is 10.5 lakh. So ultimately what you want 50x minus 10.5 lakh, that should be equal to 2 lakh. Okay, So that should be equal to 2 lakh. So I can write 50x is equal to 12.5 lakh. Okay, so x is equal to, what is the value of x? So your value of x is equal to, your value of x is equal to 12.5 divided by 50. I can write 1.25 by 5 lakh. So the value of x you will get is 0.25 lakh, or your x is equal to 25,000. So so the 25,000 unit, you will get the profit as 2 lakh rupees. So this is what I'll do. So like this I have to do for all variable. Okay. Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? So this is what we have to do. Similarly, I'll do the same thing for cricket simulator. Similarly, I'll do the same thing. Similarly, I'll do the same thing for the cricket simulator. So for the cricket simulator, I'll do the same thing. Suppose this is A, so this is 200 per unit. This is 100 per unit. So this would be 100 per unit. This is 30. This is what? This is what contribution total. How you'll get, okay, 30,000, okay, 30,000, okay. So the contribution total, so here this would be 100 into A, this would be 100 A. Fixed production cost is 6 lakh. Okay, so this would be 100 A, this would be 100 A minus 6 lakh. Then this is how much? This is okay. The fixed selling administrative cost is 13.5 lakh. So this would be 100 A minus 6 minus minus plus. So 13 plus 6 is 19.5 lakh. Okay. So you want that to be equal to 2 lakh. You want that to be 2 lakh. So 100 A minus 19.5, that you want to be equal to 2 lakh. So 100 A equal to 21.5 lakh. So equal to 0.215 lakh. So means the value of A would be equal to 21,500. So this you have to do for all variable. Okay, this you have to do for all variable. You have to do for you have to do this. I change the volume and seeing the impact. Okay, where I want the minimum profit of 2 lakh rupees. Similarly, I have to do on everything. So then I'll keep other thing constant. I'll change the selling price. Then I'll keep other thing constant. I'll change the variable cost. Then I'll keep other thing constant. I'll change the fixed cost. So like that, you have to see. You have to change. You have to keep other variable constant and change one variable, and where you want a minimum profit of 2 lakh rupees. That is what you want have to do. Clear? Any doubt, anyone? Anyone want to ask anything? Okay. Okay. Should I do then the other with other things? Mhm. So now if I do the change in selling price, if I do the change in selling price, so you have to give a heading, okay? You have to give a heading for all this. So what should I say the heading for that? Minimum volume. If I write here, the minimum volume required, minimum volume required to get, minimum volume required to get 2 lakh rupees profit. I give a heading for this, minimum volume required to get 2 lakh rupees profit. So this, so I have done the calculation for this. The exam, like you have to do one by one all calculation. So the first one I did is minimum volume required to get 2 lakh rupees profit. That I did. Okay. Then after this, I'll do the next calculation. What is the minimum selling price? After this, I'll do minimum selling price. After this, I'll do a minimum selling price. So after this, I'll do minimum selling price required to get 2 lakh rupees profit. Okay. Okay. Now see this. So minimum selling price required to get 2 lakh rupees profit. So here the annual volume is 40,000. Selling price I assume as a X. So variable cost is 80. So the contribution here would be X minus 80 per unit. Okay. So the total contribution will be 40,000 into X minus 80. That would be total contribution. Okay. Then uh, okay. Then then this would be contribution minus fixed cost. So contribution here the production cost 6 lakh. So this, could I put other things like that? Okay, fine. So contribution minus this would be 40x. So this is 40,000 into x minus 80 minus 6 lakh. So this is minus 6 lakh. So this is 4.5 lakh. So this would be 40,000. This is x minus 80. This is minus 10.5 lakh. So this I want to be equal to 2 lakh. So 40,000 x minus 80. This is minus 10.5 lakh. This I want to be equal to 2 lakh. So 40,000 to x minus 80, that is equal to 12.5 lakh. 12.5 lakh. This is 40,000 x minus 80. 12.5 lakh means 12.5 lakh means put 40. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. X minus 80 is equal to. Hello, can you hear me properly? This is 12.125 by 4. That is 31.25. So the value of x is 80 plus 31.25. So the value of x 80, 110, 110, 111.25. That is per unit. You understood, right? So like this, you'll do all this calculation one by one. Understood. No? So manually you have to do all the calculation. So I did the selling price of football stimulator. You have to do selling price of cricket stimulator. Then you do for variable cost for both football and cricket. You can do them simultaneously if you want to save time. You can do them together. You can do them together. So you could have done it together. No need to do it individually. This is 30,000. This is A. This is A minus 100. So this is 30,000 into A minus 100. So this is 30,000 into A minus 100 minus 6 lakh. So this would be 30,000. This is 30,000 A minus 100 minus 6 minus 19.5 lakh. That is equal to 2 lakh. You can do it together for both of them. So 30,000 into A minus 100 is equal to 21.5 lakh. You can write 30,000 to A minus 100 is equal to 215, then 30. So A minus 100 into 3 is equal to 215. So you can write as A minus 100 is equal to, that is 71.67. So A is equal to 171.67 per unit, whatever. Clear? Any doubt, anyone? So here I have changed only one variable, price per unit. So in exam you have to change all the variables. Same thing if you do in Excel, but Excel this homework would be very easy. Same thing if you do in Excel, but in exam we can't do in Excel, so that's why I did not focus on Excel part and all. So manual, because in exam we have to do manually, we cannot use Excel and other stuff. So that's why I did step by step. Same thing if I have to do in Excel. So particular, so annual volume, if I write it directly, volume then salaries, then variable cost, then contribution, then fixed production cost, then fixed selling and administrative cost, profit. This is football and this is cricket. This is football, this is cricket. So here is given 40,000, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is given 30,000, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is given 130. This 130. This is given 80. Then contribution would be 130 minus 80. Okay. Then fixed. Then so I can add one column. That is total contribution. That would be 50 into total production cost is 6 lakh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 4.5 lakh. 1, 2, 3, 4. So your profit would be total contribution minus the sum of these two. It's coming as 9.5 lakh. So here this is 200. Then here variable cost is 100. So the variable cost per unit you got is this minus this. Then this is this into 1. Total contribution is contribution per unit into the volume. Fixed production cost is 6 lakh. And this is 13.5 lakh. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the profit would be same formula what I used here, copy and paste. Okay. So I did for them. Now here, if I'm doing Excel, the thing will become very easy. Like I want a profit of 2 lakh for the football. So if I want the volume, so what you have to do, it's very easy. You go to data, under data, go to data, under data, what if analysis. Go to data, under data, what if analysis, goal C. Set cell, which cell? This profit cell. What value you want? You want this to be 2 lakh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want this value to be 2 lakh. Okay. So then you want this value to be 2 lakh. So then which value you have to change? I want to change the volume. So by changing volume, I want the profit to be 2 lakh. Press OK. So you got the answer. Okay, so you got the answer very easily. So if you do goal seek, the things will become very easy for you. You don't have to do anything. You can see if I make this volume as 25,000, so total contribution will remain this. So I get a profit of 2 lakh rupees. Okay, so this become very easy. You don't have to do manual calculation. I did as a manual calculation. I took, suppose this volume as X. So then volume as X. So this remain the same. These remain the same. So here the okay, volume is X. So this become 50X. Okay, then this total, this all remains same. So this all remains same. So then I got 50X minus 10.5 lakh. Okay, this I want to be equal to 2 lakh. So 50X minus 10.5 lakh, I want this to be equal to 2 lakh. So I can write 50X equal to 12.5 lakh. So the value of X is equal to, that is equal to 12.5 lakh. 1, 2, 3, 4 divide by 50. Yeah, Ranjit, you can use, Ranjit, you have to understand the two things here. Like Ranjit asked me, sir, can we use scenario analysis? Ranjit, for using scenario analysis, you have to change the scenario. Ranjit, what we are doing right now is sensitivity analysis. So sensitivity analysis is all about changing one variable and then seeing the impact on the final output. When you say scenario analysis, in scenario analysis, you have to change the complete scenario. Scenario that would be 3 to 4 variables. So here when you use scenario manager, so here you create a scenario, you write a scenario, and by changing cell, then which all cells, scenario means you have to change 3, 4 cells together. Okay, so you develop scenarios. Scenarios can be pessimistic scenario, it can be optimistic scenarios, all that. So right now I'm doing a sensitivity analysis. Tomorrow I'll teach you scenario analysis. So scenario analysis, scenario means scenario, pessimistic scenario means selling price will be less, variable cost will be more, fixed cost will be more. You are getting, so that is scenario analysis. Hello. So have you understood this? So scenario analysis, you have to change the complete scenario. Like you'll say scenario. Scenario can be pessimistic, scenario can be optimistic, scenario can be most likely. So you have to change the complete scenario. Okay, so I'll do in next class. Right now, what we are doing, if we change one variable and if you see the impact on the final output, that is called a sensitivity analysis. Clear, everyone? Anyone have any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Any doubt, anyone? So like this, you can do for all. You're getting it right. So you can do for all. If I ask you if you want to change the variable cost, and by changing the variable cost, you want 2 lakh rupees. So you can do what if analysis, goal seek. So set cell this cell to 2 lakh, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. Then by changing which cell, I want to change the variable. So I want to change the variable cost. So how much should be the variable cost? So, so you can do one by one all and you'll understand this. So this is what you have to do. So in this question, actually, you have to change. In this question, you have to calculate the critical value, assuming that. So you have to calculate the expected profit that we did, and then you have to find a critical value for each variable. So like this, what I did for the selling price and volume, you have to do that for the variable cost also, and you have to do it for the fixed cost also. This would be the manual work. So you have to do this many times. I hope you understood this. Okay. I believe you don't have any doubt. Okay. This problem, everyone try very easy. You know the formula, summation of pi into ri minus er whole square. This is for formula for variance. If you want standard deviation, you do the square root of this, and the expected value formula is summation of pi into ri. You can do it. If you have doubt, let me know. Okay. So now you can see this question number 4. Everyone see this question number 4. So there's a someone called Nuksan Limited, which makes only one product, sells 20,000 unit of its product by making a loss of 20,000 rupees. So there's a company called Nuksan Limited, which makes only one product. It is selling 20,000 unit of the product. So okay, let me write down the values. It is making so this Nuksan Limited. So I'm getting this message that my internet is not good. Can you is I'm audible properly? Any problem with my voice? Is I'm audible properly? Can you hear me properly? Is I'm audible, everyone? Hello, is I'm audible properly? Can you hear me properly? Any doubt with my voice? Manjunath, yes sir, means you are hearing me properly, right? You all can hear me properly. No problem, right? Okay, okay, great. I'm getting message that my internet is proper. That's why I got scared. Okay, okay, great. So now you see the question. So in this question, they are mentioning that there's a company called Nuksan. There's a company called Nuksan. So there's a company called Nuksan. It makes only one product. It sells 20,000 unit of its product. So it sells 20,000 unit of its product. It sells 20,000 units of its product. 20,000 unit of its product. Okay, and it make a loss of 20,000 rupees. And the loss what is making is 20,000 rupees. It's making a loss of 20,000 rupees. Okay, it is selling 20,000 unit. It making a loss of 20,000. The variable cost per unit is 16 rupees. Fixed cost is 60,000. The variable cost per unit. So the unit variable cost per unit is 16 rupees. Variable cost per unit is 16 rupees, and the fixed cost is 60,000 rupees. Okay. So guys, what you can do, you can find the total variable cost. Total variable cost would be 16 into 20,000 unit. The total variable cost you'll get is 32, then 40. So that would be 3,40,000, 3,20,000. So that would be the total variable cost. Total fixed cost is 60,000. So you can find the total cost. So the total cost you'll get is 3,80,000. The total cost is the sum of fixed cost plus variable cost. And everyone knows the formula. Everyone knows the formula. Basic maths formula that your selling price is cost price minus loss. Everyone knows the formula that selling price is cost price plus profit. So here you're getting a loss. So I can find the total selling price, your total revenue. So the total revenue is equal to total cost price, that is 3,80,000, minus your loss. Your loss is how much? 20,000. So your loss is 20,000. So you can find the total revenue. So you find the total revenue. Total revenue is 3,60,000, and you know that the number of unit what you're selling is 20,000. You know the number of unit what you're selling is 20,000. So you can find the what you can find total revenue number of unit. So you can find the selling price per unit. So the selling price per unit, that would be 3,60,000 divided by 20,000. So you get the selling price per unit as 18 rupees. So this you got the selling price per unit as 18 rupees. Simple calculation. Hmm. So you got the selling price per unit as 18 rupees. Okay, then what they're asking you, uh, they have mentioned that the company has estimated its sales demand as under Okay, and they're given the probability also. So they're given you the sales demand. In the question, they're given you use the sales data is given to you. Sales data 20,000. Sales data is 20,000 or 24,000 or 28,000 or it is 28,000 or that is given 20,000, 24,000, 28,000, then 32,000, 36,000, 32,000, 36,000, 32,000, and then 36,000. Hmm. Hmm. So this is given to you sales data. Selling price, you know, that is 18 rupees. Selling price, you know, that is 18 rupees. Okay. So with this you can calculate your revenue. So your revenue would be, this is 3,60,000. This is 3,60,000, and so you can calculate this value 24 into 18. All this value 24 into 18, 24. So you can 24, then 28, then 28, then 32, then 36. Okay. 18, you have to multiply with 18. 24 into 18. So 432. Then 28 is 504. Then 32 is 576. And 36 is 648. So you got this revenue. Okay, so what they're asking you, they are asking you in this question, what is the probability that the company will continue to make losses? So what is the probability? Loss means when the total cost of the company is 3,80,000. So when they'll make loss when you understand now, the total cost for the company, this is the revenue, and the total cost of the company I calculated, that is 3,80,000. So this is 3,80,000. This is 3,80,000. The total cost of the company is 3,80,000. Total cost of the company is 3,80,000. Total cost of the company is 3,80,000. So the total cost of the company is 3,80,000. So when they make loss, so profit or loss. So here they are making loss. Here they make profit. Here they make profit. 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 So only in first case they are making loss. Rest in other cases they are making profit only. So then probability is given to you for that. Probability is given to you for that. Probability is given to you for that. This is 0.1, 0.1, 0.15, 0.1. Probability is 0.1, 0.15, and then 0.2, 0.3, 0.2, 0.2, 0.3, 0.2, 0.3, then 0.25. So the question is what is the probability that the company will continue to make losses? So the probability that the company will make losses 10% is the probability. Because rest other cases the company is making profit. Okay. After that, the question is What is the probability that the company will make a profit of at least 12,000? Profit of at least 12,000. Okay, so let's calculate that also. So profit or loss, profit of at least 12,000. So here you can see a profit of 20,000, loss of 20,000, not the profit. Here how much? Uh, so 3,80,000, you just subtract it here. 3,80,000, if you subtract here. Hmm. So here the profit is 52,000. Okay, so you can see this 432 minus 52, no 32, yeah. So then here the profit is 124, 1,24,000. Here the profit is 1,24,000. Here the profit is 1,96,000. Here your profit is 1,96,000. And here the profit is 2,68,000. Here your profit is 2,68,000. Okay. So what they are asking you what is the probability that the company will make a profit of at least 12,000, means remaining all the cases. What is the, so this is what, 90%. And only in 10 first case the company is getting loss. Remaining 90% is the probability, meaning 90% the probability that the company will make a profit of more than 12,000. At least means minimum. So rest all the cases the company is getting profit more than 12,000, that you can see very easily. Okay, very simple problem. Basic maths. It requires application of basic maths to solve this question. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? So if you have understood everything, then I'll wind up the today class. So this much for the today class. Okay, guys. Uh, I believe you watch these videos again in YouTube. So the YouTube link I share every day after the class. But when I see the views are very less. I really doubtful how many of you watch these videos again. Make sure that you watch these videos because whatever I'm doing only related to exam point of view. We are only discussing the questions related to exam point of view. I believe these videos, whatever we are doing, it's helping you a lot. So, so I hope you people are liking these classes and these videos are helping you a lot. So make sure you watch them again and share with your friends and other colleagues who are working in other colleges so that everyone will be benefited. Yeah, so I'm trying to focus only on the previous year question papers. I'm not trying to teach you everything because if I talk everything, then if you understand the logic. Here, this risk analysis and capital budgeting, the chapter is just a chapter. It's just a chapter. Subject is derivative. In that derivative chapter is just a chapter. That is just one chapter. And problem is that from that chapter, more than 50% of questions are coming. Are you getting me? So if I give equal weightage to all the chapters, then I should teach this chapter. I would have taught less, and then I would have went to the other topics and would have completed. If I would be doing the regular classes, then probably I would have given equal weightage to all the chapters.
and in this chapter I would have done a few basic understanding. I few calculations and all. Then I went to the other chapters and gradually I give equal weightage to all the chapters. But when I see the question paper, the scenario is very different. In question paper, more than 50-60% questions are coming from this chapter only. So it means that I have to give more than 50% of my time to discuss this chapter with you people. If I'm not doing that, means I'm not doing justice. So that is the Bangalore City, it set the paper like this way. So we can't do anything with that part. So whatever they do, we have to make sure that I do in such a way that it should be helpful for you for your exam preparation. That is the intention. Make sure you watch these videos again and keep sharing this with other people and make sure that that everyone will get benefited. So that I also get very happy whenever I see the views and so if I see 2, 3, 4 views, I feel demotivated that all the hard work what I'm putting is not reaching up to the mark. So make sure don't forget to like the button and put comments and all so that others will also get to know what we are doing, how well we are doing. So that is the agenda. I hope you like the session. So anyone have anything to say before I wind up the class? So I believe you are liking the classes. All my hard work is then only is get appreciable. So then guys, it's time to say wind up the class. So so anyone want to ask anything before I wind up? Before I close the session? Any question? Anyone? Okay, guys. Then I hope you understood what all I have done. Thank you for listening. Everyone. See you in next class. Thank you, Monisha. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Roja, Sandhya, Shilpa, Shiv Prasad. Thank you, Manjunath, Ranjit, everyone. See you again tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. I'm ending the class.